It's Monday, and you know what that means. Monday Night Raw predictions from Sleeper Sports Media, June 9th, 2025. I'm Nick Witosh. These are the preview for Raw tonight and the fallout of Money in the Bank, as well as going over the results of 2020 Money in the Bank 2025. As always, please subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. You know the drill. Don't need to hammer that down too much. As always, you see the Prime there in the corner. Not officially, unofficially, not officially, but unofficially. Sleeper Sports Media is powered by Prime Energy, the best energy drink out there, but hands down by far, nothing else compares. If you like Celsius over Prime, you're just lying to yourself. Just like all the people that have something to say and will always have something to say about the Paul brothers and what Logan Paul continues to do inside a WWE ring as he showed out and shined out at Money in the Bank on Saturday night. And we will get to that very, very soon. We kick things off again with the Money in the Bank results from Saturday night. As always, Walmart storefront down below for your Prime, your W, your Papa Tui, and anything else that you can possibly imagine. Also, Cash App link down below. We both get some money whenever you join using that link. We kick things off with Money in the Bank. Of course, the women's ladder match started things off, and everyone had something to say about the fact that the Intuit Dome was empty there, and everyone was filling in late. Of course, there was the event right across the street at the Kia Forum. Worlds collide. Got to think that people were at that show also going to Money in the Bank, so it took some time for them to get from one place to another. That makes sense. It's not like they were saying a sellout right away. Of course, everyone took that to mean that were just doing it just to say that they're selling out. And with everyone that has been complaining, and the complaints have been rolling as of late about the booking, the talent, Triple H, and this and that, and TKO, and blah blah blah, whatever. People are gonna have their thoughts. They're gonna say what they say, and of course. We are not streaming Minecraft, but we instead are streaming episode 81 of the Sleeper Sports Media Podcast. Thank you to Stream Elements, and of course, brought to you by Restream. Also, the code probably in below down there. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, and we are on Twitch. The women's Money in the Bank ladder match kicked things off. Of course, Roxanne Perez and Alexa Bliss. The digitals there provided by WWE. And, of course, we have Rhea and Stephanie Vicker landing the devil's kiss on the ladder. Somewhere Booker T was losing his absolute mind and contemplating trying to weasel his way to be on the Raw commentary team. Because, I mean, and I can't say that I blame him, but he is ridiculous with how he gets. We get the eventual winner, and it finally paid off. Naomi does pick up the win and wins Money in the Bank. The heel turn is now, it now makes sense. She finished the story. Naomi wins Money in the Bank finally for her what seems to be her final run. This final heel turn. She said in the press conference afterwards, with everyone chanting for her, she doesn't need it now. Their praise means nothing now. She's earned it. She earned it long ago. This then goes into, of course, the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Becky Lynch defeating Lyra Valkyria, and of course, making good on her promise as part of the stipulation here. Should Becky have lost, she could never challenge for the Intercontinental Championship as long as Lyra Valkyria was champion. Lyra losing means she had to raise Becky's hand. This whole presentation of adding and putting the belt around Becky, that was added. And maybe was done on the spot. Who knows? We'll never know. Becky did mention something about the way that this went down in the press conference there. But Becky Lynch is your new Women's Intercontinental Champion. Once again, adding another title to the great career of Becky Lynch, and becoming the first of the 4 horsewomen to get the brand new mid-card titles. Hopefully, Becky has a long, lengthy title reign. Until someone like a Roxanne Perez would be ready, until someone like anybody else on the Raw roster, since that is the better roster for the women's side by far. We go to the men's Money in the Bank there. I mean, this was a lot. A lot was going on for this match. A lot was going on. Everyone got their spots. We had some comedy. We had Solo mocking Penta. We had Andrade and LA Knight going back and forth. We had LA Knight and Seth going back and forth. And ultimately, we had Jacob Fatu turn on Solo Sikoa and utter the words everyone has been waiting for months and months and months in this build. I hate you, Solo. Jacob Fatu wasn't on the roster when Austin Theory and Grayson Waller started teasing their eventual split and the Austin Theory face turn. And we have now gotten Jacob a title, two titles technically, since he was a tag team champion, a United States champion, still undefeated. He still remains undefeated. And now we have a turn from him on Solo, seemingly a babyface Jacob Fatu run, which is just going to be something insane. That would lead to Seth Rollins becoming a two-time Money in the Bank winner on Saturday night. And now, could we see a Heist of the Century Part 2? We could find out tonight on Raw as we take a look at the fallout of Money in the Bank from Saturday. That then goes into the main event, John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes and main event Jey Uso. Cody Rhodes would get the win and the pin for his team over Logan and John Cena, thanks to a returning R-Truth. Yes, R-Truth. Ron Killings is back in WWE. You all got worked, and that's fine. That's okay. You can cry, you can whine, you can complain, you can moan, you can say it's stupid, you can say whatever you want, but R-Truth was lowballed, and they heard everyone who wanted truth, and the deal came together 72 hours before this moment right here, pictured on the screen. R-Truth showing back up, and this could be why we saw the Ron Cena merch dropping hints that he would be back as Ron Killings. He has seemingly and reportedly asked for his name going forward to be Ron Killings. That way, whenever we don't know how long this new deal is going to be. This new deal could be short term, could be long term. This could be his final run in WWE. He's 53 years old. This could be his final run in professional wrestling. He wants to have TV time as Ron Killings, so when he does leave, he can use that name and what he's built. But no more comedic relief, no more goofy, no more happy-go-lucky Ron Killings. I think this is going to be a great run for the 53-year-old Ron Killings and R-Truth, taking out his childhood hero there with the title, helping Cody and Jay pick up the win, and returning to WWE. And R-Truth is back. He has mentioned a couple times, as has his son, saying that it was not a work. They lowballed him. They finally offered him a new deal. And Triple H went ahead and said it's all part of the show to play into it. Kind of messed up that they would also incorporate real actual releases if it wasn't a work. So R-Truth is back with a new deal. And that was Money in the Bank 2025. We jump over to Monday Night Raw, the preview. We got a lot laid out for us, more than what they have been giving us the last couple of weeks. We have, of course, Liv Morgan, John Cena, Jey Uso, and Rhea Ripley, along with the New Day and Gunther, all advertised for the show tonight. The New Day probably in some tag action, going back and forth, maybe getting a match. Who knows? Both world champions there advertised with, of course, the fallout of Money in the Bank. What else do we have in store? We have King and Queen of the Ring tournaments begin, as was announced on Money in the Bank. We will get a first round matchup of two fatal four ways on each shows, or a fatal four way on each show. So the Raw ones kick off tonight. Two more on SmackDown. That's the first round. Then, of course, the second round is two one-on-one matches, and then the finals will conclude on June 28th at Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. And to start that, we have the King of the Ring tournament. Dominic Mysterio, the Intercontinental Champion, against Braun Breaker, against Sami Zayn, against Penta. This one can go either way. I don't like that they are putting champions in these matches as they usually do. Dom just came off of a win at Money in the Bank over Octagon Jr., which I think I skipped over that one. So shouts out to Dom and Octagon there. There you see Dom getting the win with his Intercontinental Championship. Liv, of course, was there with him. The Judgment Day, nowhere to be seen. Just Liv and Dom there. Shout out Prime, 7-Eleven. Get your Prime at 7-Eleven or Walmart using the storefront link in the description below to help support your friends over here at Sleeper Sports Media. And of course, once again, the Queen of the Ring, Liv Morgan, as mentioned. I can't stand that they're doing putting champions in these matches. But at this point, it is what it is. Dom, Braun, Penta, Sami. I got to think Braun pins Sami here. Got to. Because it continues their feud. Or Penta gets a pin on Dom. And then when he loses in the second round, if he doesn't go on to win it, which I don't think he would definitely not be my pick to win. But who knows what they will actually do. I could see Penta pinning Dom, although Dom has been on a tear, and having a champion lose would be insane. So maybe Penta pinning Sami, Penta getting the win, remaining not undefeated because he's lost multiple times, but in multi-man matches. Sami Zayn, I think for sure, will be the one to take the pin. The women's side of things, Roxanne, Kyrie, Rhea, and Liv. Again, why are they putting the tag team champion in the qualifying match for a singles title? It makes no sense. Liv is back. Raquel and her have not defended the titles in God knows how long. I would love to see Roxanne win and move along, but I think they're going to give this one to Rhea Ripley and give her the easiest path they can to a championship match against Io Sky at SummerSlam. Of course, with Naomi winning Money in the Bank, I do believe that we will get a cash in. I would love to see Jade also win Queen of the Ring and then advance and face Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, and Naomi cashes in at SummerSlam. And yes, I am hoping and okay with the downfall of the Tiffany Stratton championship run. More on that on Friday, as I'm sure she'll be advertised again. Again, the fallout of Money in the Bank, so that means Mr. Money in the Bank, Seth freaking Rollins will be in action, will be in the building tonight. What is he going to have to say? Of course, teasing both world champions are in the building tonight. Who knows what's going to go down? We find out tonight in just under 30 minutes, live on Netflix in the PHX Arena in Phoenix, Arizona. More to come on Sleeper Sports Media, including the return of Nikki Bella, yes, the WWE Hall of Famer, one of the greatest tag team wrestlers on the women's side, maybe in general, is back tonight on Raw. Nikki Bella has a special message to deliver. What could that be? Singles run. Bella's making a comeback as well. Is Brie going to come back with Danielson being involved in AEW, her being shown on AEW TV? The Bellas get a final run. Do they get tag gold? Do we get a Nikki Bella's title run? Does she go after Becky Lynch and go for the IC title? More on that to come. Does she mention that she is once again under the same roof as John Cena, since they like to do this under the same roof promo so much? Nikki Bella is back. R-Truth is back for the first time on WWE TV outside of his return at Money in the Bank. And then, of course, the champ is here, the Never Seen 17. Hopefully he stays unseen and never seen, as, like I said, Mr. Money in the Bank is in the building. Will he have his eyes set on the title of all titles? Or will he cash in, make this a triple threat, and pin Gunther, furthering him down a path of going crazy, loss after loss after loss after loss? He did beat Pat McAfee at Backlash, but pinning Gunther is the right call here. It protects Jey Uso. and doesn't just make it a total waste that he even had the title, and a really lackluster as of late 6 to 7 week title reign for Jey Uso there, considering he's been thrown in multiple different storylines and not really given chances to actually defend his title. In a storyline on Raw with Gunther, in a storyline on Raw with Sami Zayn, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and in a storyline on SmackDown with John Cena, Logan Paul, and Cody Rhodes. You got your world champions working double overtime, specifically Jey Uso, world heavyweight champion, working double overtime, 3 different storylines on both shows, and you can't get him matches outside of Gunther and Seth Rollins? I mean, what are we even doing here? Seth Rollins pinning Gunther and Jey Uso continuing to face him, or jumping back and forth with the whole CM Punk and them building towards War Games or whatever they're going to do. That's the play here. Or what people are saying, which is stupid. It is stupid to waste Money in the Bank. To have a failed cash-in 2 days after he wins the damn thing. People are saying CM Punk, Roman Reigns is going to come back and cost Seth on the cash-in, although the reports are that Triple H doesn't even like the concept and the idea of Money in the Bank. So could he be finally scrapping it all together and have, I mean, the women's Money in the Bank briefcase is undefeated. It's a 100% success rate. You end that and keep that in the history books. You have Naomi cash in and win, and then you have Seth cash in and lose at the hands of Roman Reigns and CM Punk. But then what do you do there? Do you have another triple threat? That doesn't make sense. Do you do the whole War Games and continue these multi-man tag matches while one substitutes in for the World Championship? And do you have Jey beat Gunther and retain? We find out all this tonight. Hopefully, all of this tonight as we head towards Night of Champions on the 28th. Just 19 days away from Night of Champions. Also, breaking news, 18 days away, I will officially have moved to North Carolina, and Martina and I will be reunited once again for the first time in 6 months. And we will be one step closer to bringing back the streams that you love right here at Sleeper Sports Media and Tribal Rain Media, across in partnership with Purple Rain Candle Company and, of course, No Dirt Sheets. Until then, this was episode 81, Sleeper Sports Media Podcast, June 9th, 2025, the Raw preview, the Money in the Bank results, and a look ahead at the fallout of Money in the Bank. For Sleeper Sports Media, I'm Nick Witosh. Thank you for watching, viewing, subscribing, clicking, sharing, liking, commenting. Jump over to Facebook, check out the links, get your Prime, get your W, your Papa Tui, use Survey Spin, join Cash App using the code, all of that good stuff, and so much more. We'll be back on Friday with the Friday Night SmackDown preview right here at Sleeper Sports Media on the YouTube, on the Twitch, and Facebook channels. Also, like the Facebook page, as I'm trying to grow that and get some traction to that, and discontinue the group since it's very inactive, as I'm sure the Facebook will remain inactive because it is hard to get people from one platform to another. But for all updates, check out all of those at the beacons down below. And shout out to Beacons, and shout out to my beautiful wife for telling me to use Beacons. And once again, also check out full-length articles, previews, results, and more over at patreon.com/Sleeper Sports Media. And for Sleeper Sports Media, I'm Nick Witosh, episode 81, Sleeper Sports Media Podcast. We'll see you on Friday. Here we go.